Taurus, welcome to Andromeda Skies Tarot. I have your mid-September love reading here. Just so you know, Taurus, this is a general reading and may not resonate for every single Taurus out there. So if you find that you don't resonate, you can go ahead and try your sun, moon, or rising sign, any of those three, to see if you do okay. So what is going on with Taurus? What do they need to know right now? What is going on in their love life? What is going on between them and their person? Please help me guide Taurus for their highest good. Alright, so we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, so this is like pulling back the layers, you know, becoming a little bit more vulnerable with your person. Sometimes when I get this card, it can represent a newer connection that we share with somebody, where we're just now getting to know each other. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Now this card always gives me those old-timey love story feelings, like classic romance. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. So with this energy here, you and your person could have children together or apart from each other. Maybe we're discussing whether or not to have children. Okay, but children somehow, some way are affecting this connection. Please clarify this reading for Taurus. What's going on in this situation? This is for Taurus. Alright, so we have the Five of Swords in reverse. Now the Five of Swords represents conflict and fighting. Okay, this can represent tit-for-tat arguments, one-upmanship, alright, even bullying. When the card is in the reverse, this can represent resolving some kind of conflict that happened, going over this, you know, working things out. This can represent some very harsh words that were exchanged, sometimes words that were intentional to hurt the other person. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. Now the King of Swords is someone that you go to for advice about something, okay? This is an intellectual, this is a trusted advisor. This can represent a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, or a trusted friend that you trust their advice, okay? In the reverse position, this can represent receiving some poor advice, so do pay attention for that, okay? It can also represent someone who's being dishonest. And again, it can represent someone who may be using their words as a weapon, or have used their words as a weapon. So we have two cards here that can represent someone kind of, you know, being a little bit mean-spirited, especially when we're talking to each other. With this card being in the reverse as well, it can also represent someone kind of going cold on you, or becoming silent. I have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Now the Queen of Swords represents someone who cuts another person off. Alright? In the reverse position, this can be someone kind of, you know, reassessing that decision, not being so sure of it. But again, I have counterparts here on the table, both who have gone kind of cold on each other. With both of these cards showing up in the reverse, I feel like for a lot of you, there may be little to no communication going on, all right, and misunderstandings as well. I have the Four of Swords. Now the Four of Swords represents someone kind of taking a break. Okay, this is taking a break for recovery. As you see here, we have the Three of Swords above this person's head, which represents heartbreak. So there could have been someone here who took a step back to recover from something. Maybe they just needed a break in the situation. Maybe they're healing over some kind of harsh words that were shared here, some kind of arguments. This can also represent someone recovering from illness or some kind of procedure as well. I have the Ten of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords represents a painful ending and betrayal. With this card being in the reverse, this person wants to pull these swords out of the back, okay? They want to undo this painful ending that has occurred. I'm feeling in this situation, someone has taken a step back. We have become silent here. Someone needed a break. And now after this period of recovery, they're wanting to undo this painful ending. I have the Knight of Cups. Now the Knight of Cups is the knight who's on a mission to find their soulmate, okay? The love of their life. All right, this is someone who's coming forward with a love offering. In the reverse position here, underneath the Five of Swords, I feel like this person is hesitating because of fights that have happened here in the past, all right? I feel like they're kind of waiting for things to blow over, for the energy to become a bit calmer. I have the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords is a very fast-moving energy. This is someone who is rushing in to fight for what they believe in. Now, I have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, and I have the Knight of Swords here. And look, we have the Knight of Swords chasing after the Knight of Cups, who is like walking away. So this is an energy of the runner and chaser, okay? We have someone running after the person who is walking away from this connection. All right, so for some of you, you could be in a twin flame connection, because it's a very common dynamic in the twin flame journey. I have the Two of Cups. Now the Two of Cups represents union, coming into union with someone that you love. In the reverse position, this can represent a separation. So I do feel for a lot of you watching this reading, you could be currently separated from your person. Especially with communication. I feel like someone has kind of cut the other person off and gone silent on them. I have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Now the Ace of Cups represents love, okay, a new beginning in love. With this card in the reverse, I have it underneath the Four of Swords. So there's like someone who is taking a time out, they're taking a break from this love connection, okay? For some of you, this is representing someone who needed to take a step back to recover from for whatever reason, okay? This can represent someone just taking a break in general, but for many of you, it could be someone who stepped away because there was a lot of conflict going on in this connection. I have the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords is a brand new beginning of communication, okay? Clarity coming to your situation. Someone opening up communication, wanting to talk about this betrayal, this painful ending that took place, all right? This is honesty, someone being, upfront and honest about things that have happened and wanting to talk about and resolve the conflict that occurred in this connection. I'm going to further clarify this reading with Island Time Wellness. Please clarify this reading for Taurus. What's going on in their situation? Heart with a key. All right, we have welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together, perfect. Whenever I get this card in a reading, it lets me know that someone has their heart on lockdown right now. They might have gone cold and hard with this energy. Okay, this can also represent that energy that you have with someone where you feel like they have the key to your heart. All right, they're the only one that you have that kind of connection with. And if you are in a twin flame connection, that is a very strong energy in that relationship. Please clarify this reading for Taurus. What's going on in their situation? This is for Taurus. Healing heart. Healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Okay, with this energy here, there could be someone who is struggling with some form of unhealthy habits, like drinking too much or something like that, okay? And someone is taking a step back to heal from heartbreak. Someone is in the process of mending their broken heart with this energy. I feel like this is representing the chaser, because I do have this coming out on the Knight of Swords. So this is the person who is pursuing the other person who has kind of walked away. All right, we have the Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So if you remember what I was saying about the Queen of Wands being the Queen of Swords being someone who can cut somebody off. They're very decisive. They can be a bit brutal sometimes in their decisions. But in the reverse position, sometimes it can represent someone who's kind of second guessing those decisions. I have changed mind in this card here. So someone could be kind of reconsidering their decision to separate here. And we have new phase, rekindle. So like the phoenix rising from the ashes in a new phase in this connection here. Please clarify this reading for Taurus. Whoa. Engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, union. Okay, so there's a strong energy of commitment in this connection here. You and your person could be married, or maybe talked about getting married at some point. Or we're engaged. There's someone here who is planning for the future. I have this coming out right on top of the Four of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So someone's kind of taking a break from this commitment. All right, we have the Grim Reaper. The relationship is over, no second chances. Grow and transform your life. Now this is a card that can represent an ending that has taken place. And I have this coming out right on top of the Ten of Swords, which represents a painful ending. All right, and with the Ten of Swords being in the reverse, this is like undoing some kind of painful ending that has happened. So I feel like someone is going to reach out and talk about this, all right? And talk about whether the two of you should call it quits, or if the two of you should work on things and pull these swords out, okay? Have a new beginning with the Phoenix energy. So I feel like the two of you are going to have a discussion about this. I'm going to further clarify this reading with my Andromeda Skies Love Oracle. If you would like one of these for yourself, you can find it in my Etsy shop, and I'll have that link down below in the description. Okay, so I have I dive in and out of relationships. So this is similar to the Knight of Wands energy. It's a very passionate individual. They can run really hot and cold. So you and your person could be going through some kind of push-pull energy here. We have soulmate. Okay, so this is just reiterating the fact that you and this person have a very strong bond. Okay, for some of you, I do feel that this could be your twin flame, because we do have the runner-chaser dynamic going on. I need time. So here we have this energy coming through with the Four of Swords, which represents someone needing to take a break, okay? They need a breather here. We have friends or family disapprove of this connection. Okay, so there could be people on the outside looking in, seeing kind of the disharmony that has been going on in your connection, and they're not feeling so great about it. And then we have I feel you. Right, so this is a psychic connection that we share with people where you mirror each other. When they're thinking about you, you're thinking about them, that sort of thing. So if you've been thinking about your person nonstop, feeling really intense energies, your person is feeling this too, okay? All right, Taurus, these are all of the energies that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. Consider leaving me a comment down below. I do appreciate that, and I will see you next time.